G'day guys, we've decided to do a video on how to put a floor in a Quintrax F420 Explorer. This boat we picked up for about 5,000 bucks, and we decided that we'd do a little video on how to get to this stage. A good mate of mine, Sam, owns Cairns Metalworks, so I went over to see if he could help me out and get this frame sorted. After deciding on using a 4mm aluminium sheet as the flooring, we used a 25x25 aluminium box section as the subfloor. We used this 100x50mm aluminium angle with some black Sikaflex, and that would allow the floor to butt right up to the seats and still maintain strength and minimise flex. The rivets we're using are an aluminium 6mm rivet, and we drilled these out and a little bit of an offset. Next we move on to welding in the cross bracing out of the 25x25mm box. We're just tacking this in for now and it'll all be stitch welded later on. Once they were all tacked in, we checked they were all level. We use this 50x25mm aluminium box as a center line. This will make it easier for the 4mm aluminium sheet to be installed in two separate pieces. Next we weld in some vertical drop downs to the ribs of the boat. These are all individually measured as they're all different. We put a row down the center, and then we also decided to put some at halfway points on either side of the boat. Again, it's very important that we are just tacking these verticals to the ribs of the actual boat and not to the hull itself. If you weld to the hull itself, you can experience cracking later on. Next, we put in some perpendicular bracing. When you're reeling in a fish, you're usually standing in this zone on the boat, and you do not want the floor flexing under your feet. After all the welding's done, we sanded off the top just so that that floor sits in there nice and flush and doesn't move. Time to clean the welds. We use a muriatic acid in a spray bottle and give it a quick brush just to clean the scorch marks off around the welds, followed by a very thorough hose out. And there you have it, subframe ready for a floor to go in.